Hello everybody and welcome to Unfinished Projects, a show where I try to finish a project at a time, and today I have to you another primer review, and it's gonna be my guy, Guilliman. I feel like this is the best primer ever, but obviously it's because I played the best chapter in the world, the Ultramarines. A lot of people are gonna flame me for that, but I don't know. I just love the overall Roman aesthetic, and for this, I got a special surprise. Remember in the first video I said that I have never tackled a primer before, which was kind of like a lie because I never tackled an original Forgeworld primer. But I do have a recast. I have a recast Roboute Guilliman, and I'm going to be looking all the details on these, and then I'm going to be tackling the obviously not so good primer. I was talking in a video about how in other countries the best way to get into the hobby is to use recast because there's no Games Workshop or Forgeworld. I'll go in the details about it later in another video. When I'm going to be doing paintings, I'm going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about lore. I'm going to be talking about some stuff like that. So I'm going to start with the Forgeworld primer. For this one, I didn't put the other base because I'm not planning on gaming with this Guilliman. It's just so good that I just don't want to do it. I just love it. I love these miniatures. It was a pain in the ass, as every single primer, to put these small pieces. You see all the Ultramarine symbols. They were, you can see it on that one. They come separately, and you gotta cut them and glue them in here. And if you don't have tweezers, it's gonna be so hard to do it. And I feel, honestly, this is the best looking armor. I mean, for the Roman overall aesthetic, because a lot of the Primarchs and, what's it called? Space Marines have that aesthetic where they have like, I don't know what's the name in English, strips of leather that they hang out the capes and all that. And it doesn't look as good on most chapters. Because they look a little bit like Ultramarines. And I know why people don't like Ultramarines is because they're like the golden guys everybody using in the box. GW has made like super normal just to be Ultramarines, and I know that's a little bit annoying. But yeah, this model, it's amazing. I love the gun that he has. I had to warp this a little bit. I had to put it in hot water to actually be able to attach it because it didn't want to fit. I just put it in hot water, waited for like 5 minutes. Sorry, 5 seconds. Then I put it in here and I start pushing it with the clippers. I use the point to like try to get it in. You can see it's small. That's awful. That's just a super glue, dry, super weird. I'm gonna scratch it a little bit before I prime and paint it because I want this guy to be completely perfect, even though it has awful, look at that, bubbles and mold lines. It was awful. Like, I hated it so much. I don't know why it was like that. And you can see he's missing a piece of the ear in there. Not a big deal. The sword is perfect. I had to bend it too. I like it a lot. But I like the 40K version better, where he has the Emperor. And for the base, it's not the best base. Like, for example, let's say another Primarch or another Primarch. You know, they have like dynamic bases. But he's the guy from Microgrid, the Ultramar guys. So it's just so fitting. It's so fitting to the character. So I don't believe it has to be like an scenic base where he's fighting or anything. I believe this is the best base they can have for him. And painting Marvel, it's annoying, but I'm still gonna make it, and I love it. I just love the small details on these. It's just so good. It's my golden boy, so obviously I'm not gonna flame this guy that much, but I'm gonna move right now to these guys right here, which is the one I've been using for gaming. And in this one, I did put the base. I honestly don't remember how I did it because I couldn't do it with this guy. It's maybe something about the size. But you can see in here, where it's not prime, that the resin is different. It's a different color. I'm gonna compare it right now. Well, you see, for example, you see how crispy this is. in comparison to this. It's not like a significant difference or a huge difference in the quality overall. I wouldn't be recommending to buy these. Only I recommend recast when a kit is not available anymore in Forgeworld, because that's something common right now. I was looking for a ship that I love for the humans and 30k and 40k. I don't remember the name. It's a weird name, and it's no longer available. I was trying to buy it, and it's no longer available. But for vehicles, I don't trust the recasters. For example, you can see in here the gaps that I had to fill. It's just not that big. It's not a big deal. But then you see in the recast, obviously the flaws are bigger. And this one I didn't put in hot water to fix it. I didn't care. It's just a recast. I wanted to paint it. I always wanted to paint the golden boy. I use oils in him, and it didn't turn out great because of the quality of the bits. Look, I'm gonna show right now. For example, you can see the leg in here on the official Forgeworld model, and then you can see this leg right here. And yeah, it looks like a hot mess. So I was experimenting with oils, with a primer, because why not? I didn't finish painting. I'm gonna have to finish painting it because I offered it for a friend as a gift. So I'm gonna finish painting this guy. And I painted this guy like a year ago, I believe. I've been in the hobby for 2 years or 2.5 years right now. And I didn't know how to work resin. Everything was warped. And the quality of the cert wasn't good because it looks like the cast it moved. Because they usually is like 2 pieces that they put together and they fill it with resin. And sometimes they move a little bit and it breaks them. Like, for example, you can see in here, there's some things that they don't look right at all. I can compare them. Even though this one has a bubble, the reinforcement, and yeah. Oh, it has a bunch of bubbles in the face too. The recaster saying he could fix it, but I didn't want it. I was trying to go for a purple shadows in the face. And all that is just dust. And when I was trying to clean the oil, I was using, I don't remember what the name is in English, but I was using like a napkin, let's say. A cotton, sorry. And it started leaving all these marks, and I was just like, forget about it. And I left it like this, and it's been sitting on the shelf for almost a year. But I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna show it. And the funniest part about all this is that I still have another Guilliman that I'm gonna show. So, as my golden boy, I got the recast for myself. Then I did a commission painting, and they sent me Guilliman. But then a friend, a co-worker, because I work in a restaurant, gave me Guilliman because I play as Ultramarine. So now as a joke, I'm sitting with 3 Guillimans. I have a Forgeworld, another Forgeworld, and a recast. And this one is like completely sealed and everything. Everybody be joking around in my Instagram about it, like, why you have 3 Guillimans? And I'm like, well, I like it a lot. What can I say? I have 1 in the backs, 1 bill ready to prime, ready to be painted, and be my centerpiece to be in a shelf and just look at it and be happy about it. And then I have a recast where I was trying to learn new stuff, painting it. I'm not gonna say where I bought it, and I'm not gonna say how to get it. I don't believe you should be doing that if you're in a place where you can afford one of the original Forgeworlds. I was in a place where I could get an original Forgeworld at the time, but I didn't have the money, and I just wanted to try to paint one of the guys I like. So what I did is I paid, I think it was $24 or $34 for it. It took 3 months to arrive, and arrived me some bags, and the resin is different. I didn't have so much of a pain working with the resin, but at the time I didn't know how to work with it, so I didn't fix a lot of the issues. Now that I mastered how to work with it, and you can see it's missing some bits. For example, the flower things, leaf things that all the Romans use in the hand. It's missing from here. But I didn't care. I just wanted to try different techniques and stuff like that. I feel like the gold was looking good, but at the same time, I need to polish. I didn't do highlights. I had that issue before when I used to paint, that I painted and it was flat. I never added highlights except for the letters. I don't know why I did that on the letter, but that was one of the issues that I used to have when I was getting into the hobby, and I always wanted to get into the hobby through the Primarch. So when I was playing and all that, I painted a bunch of Space Marines and Imperial Guard, and then I moved to the Primarchs through a recast. My first official primer was actually Lorgar, which is sitting on the table with me all the time. And then I got Corvax. Sorry, I didn't have Corvax. I got Conrad. And it came with the Guilliman from the commission. I got Conrad out of a commission, and then I got this guy. But it's funny because the same day I got this guy, my coworker gave me Guilliman. So now, as a meme, joke, or whatever, I'm sitting with 3 Guillimans. This one I'm gonna give to a friend when I finish. This one is gonna be mine. And I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep showing the primers side by side. And you judge yourself. Do your own mind and let me know what you think in the comment box if you can. I don't understand why Forgeworld sometimes take kits out of the range. Like so many good kits though. Vehicles, infantry, for example the trader guard. It was called the Renegade Guard. When I got into the hobby, that didn't exist. And they look so good. I would like to have some bits of it. I have a trader army that I didn't plan on having. I'll show you one day. I was buying some traders just to paint and be bases in my Space Marines or something like that. And a friend gave me like 40 and another friend sent me like 20 for no reason whatsoever. And now like this, I'm sitting with a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I do need this guy. I'm gonna give this guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy once again. I like how it looks that. It's pristine. It's the same box and everything. It feels a little bit cheap, but this one is almost pristine. Look. Because I've been keeping it safe because it's my golden boy. And yeah, that's about it. See you guys.